Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about fabric softeners and why it's a good idea just to toss them. So I've never used fabric softener. I cannot handle the smell. But basically we use a fabric softener to prevent static, to help with our clothing when it gets all wrinkled, to add a nice perfume, nice in inverted commas, and for our materials to feel softer. Softeners, how they work is they produce a waxy layer or a waxy film on the fabric fibers to remove the static, to reduce the static. Some fabrics you will find will actually request for you not to use fabric softener, and we will find a lot of those are your athletic clothing. So any kind of material that is going to wick moisture away from the body. So a lot of those the clothing that you'll wear, that you'll use for running and for gym and things like that. So what happens is the waxy layer will prevent the material from being able to wick that moisture away. This even happens with our linens and our towels eventually. If we just keep using fabric softener over and over again, eventually the material won't be able to absorb any of that moisture because of the waxy layer. Even our bed linen, if you use too much of it, eventually it won't be able to absorb the sweat whilst we're sleeping. So it can also leave a residue in your machine and in all your plumbing in your pipes because of this waxy layer that it produces, or that it's made from. If we have a look, there are also chemicals inside your fabric softeners, which are called quaternary ammonium compounds, and they can cause respiratory issues, respiratory problems, and skin. They can cause skin irritations and also affect our reproductive systems. It is also toxic to the environment, so it kills your animals and plants, even in the environment, in water, or aquatic animals. And we see that the fragrances in your fabric softeners also cause skin allergies and will affect the respiratory system. So alternatives. You've got to have a look at using vinegar. So vinegar is my answer to everything. So as you know, here's my bottle of vinegar. This is an old wine bottle, but you will see that I go through a bottle like this probably in a week easily. So I need to fill it up at least once every week. And so the vinegar really does act as a softener. So I just pop it straight into into the softener dispenser. About a quarter of a cup to half a cup of vinegar, and I often pop in a couple of drops of essential oil as well. If you hang your washing up in the sun, that will help to remove the static as well. And also just look at how you hang it up. So be careful about how you hang it up so that it doesn't crease too much. Some of the essential oils that I like to use. So if you're just looking for something for perfume, the lavender is great. It doesn't hang on the clothing, so the vinegar also doesn't hang on the clothing. So if you're going to hang your washing up after rinsing it in vinegar, it doesn't smell of vinegar at all. You hang it up outside and you're not going to smell it. The lavender is quite nice just to have that scent sort of coming from your washing machine, but lavender will just be purely for the scent. What I like to use is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a great one for just getting rid of any sort of oily spots that you might have on your washing. So if you have like an oily mark on a t-shirt or any kind of material that you're unable to get rid of, even if it has been washed and ironed, a drop of eucalyptus and give it a rub and it'll come off. So I like to use the eucalyptus. I like to use basil, melaleuca. So any of that kind of stuff goes in if I'm going to do my towels, my washing towels and things like that. So all my lappies that I use for cleaning, I will use the melaleuca, which is a good antiviral, antibacterial, so it's a good cleanser. If it really needs some strong stuff, I will actually wash it with oregano or with the On Guard, which has got the clove and the wild orange, which is also really good. Also, so in my bedding, or the dog's bedding, if I'm going to wash my dog's bedding, I will add thyme. And that also helps as a really, really good cleanser. So it just cleanses all the the materials, my washing. Then I love the citrus oils. So if it's just like my clothing that isn't very dirty, the citrus oils, your lemon, your wild orange, grapefruit, I love adding as well, your lime, and then doTERRA have a lovely blend of what's called Citrus Bliss, which has got a whole blend of tangerine and orange and clementine and vanilla, and that's also a lovely one just to add. But so your citruses will also help with the cleansing of your wash as well. So that's it. All you have to do is get yourself some vinegar, and next time throw away the fabric softener. No need for it. Just use a quarter of a cup to half a cup of vinegar. If you have any questions, pop them into the box below, and it's as easy as that. Have a super Easter afternoon.